You guys, let me tell you something. Reading anything for anyone out loud, me, I thought it was ABC 1 to 3. Itakuwa rahisi. It is the hardest thing ever. The amount of shrubbing nimefanya so far. Thank God for editing. Thank you, Lord, for editing. I'm here for guys who want to know certain stories in the paper, and they don't want to buy a whole paper just to read a single story, and you want to know how it's progressing. I got you. And we are talking about our Olympic star, Agnes Tirop, who was found murdered in her Iten home. So I've done part 1 of that. I did that yesterday. Watch that one first so that you come and watch part 2 and see how the story is progressing. Yeah, good. This is the second part of the story. Taxi driver arrested but still husband on the run. So we want to read this particular one. I'm going to read it for you, and let's see how the story progresses, because we want to know who killed our Olympic star, Agnes Tirop. Chanjitarishe. Haya, taxi driver arrested but husband is still on the run. Police arrested a man who drove Olympic star Agnes Tirop home a day before she was reported missing, as it emerged that an unidentified woman who visited the home was being sought. The woman is reported to have visited Tirop's home a day before her lifeless body was found in the bedroom she shared with her husband, Emmanuel Ibrahim Rotich. There was a knock on the door and I went to open. I came face to face with a woman who went straight and had a conversation with Mr. Rotich before leaving hurriedly, said Evelyn Chepmoetich, Agnes's younger sister. Page 6, where the story continues. Let me see. Yeah. So I guess, let me see. Mystery woman sought as taxi driver arrested in Agnes murder. So these are Agnes Tirop siblings, Matthew Kimurgor, Sawa Tirop and Evelyn Chepmoetich at Iten police station yesterday. Agnes' body was found in her house in Iten. So let me read you the story, because I'm also dying to know what happened. Athlete's father says Rotich destroyed her relationship with the family. Okay. An identified woman visited Olympian Agnes Tirop's home a day before her body was found in the bedroom she shared with her fugitive husband, Emmanuel Ibrahim Rotich, it has emerged. The woman is said to have held a brief talk with Mr. Rotich, the prime suspect in the killing, before leaving. There was a knock on the gate on Tuesday around 8 a.m. I opened and came face to face with a woman who entered without uttering a word. She talked to Rotich for about 5 minutes before leaving, said Evelyn Chepmoetich, Agnes's younger sister, who was staying with the couple. The body was found on Wednesday, but the account by Miss Chepmoetich indicates she could have been killed on Monday night. What? When she says she had commotion in quotes in the master bedroom. She did not see her sister come out of the bedroom on Tuesday morning. Agnes's phone was switched off. Mr. Rotich told Miss Chepmoetich that her sister was well. Okay. I was surprised when Rotich sent me to buy meat the following morning. I told him I had an appointment in Kapsowar and left, she said. About 1 p.m., Rotich called, inquiring if I had returned. He asked me not to pass by the house, claiming he and Agnes had left for Nairobi, she said. It was not until Tuesday evening that she called her parents, informing them of Agnes's disappearance. They reported her missing at the Iten police station. The body was found with a stab wound on the neck on Wednesday morning. My sister had confided in me that her husband was abusing her, but she opened up too late. I was shocked when she said she would be visiting home every weekend after returning from the Tokyo Olympics. She was beaten overnight on the day she landed from Tokyo. Oh, her face was swollen, Miss Jebet Tirop said. Aki, guys, I don't care how long you have been with someone. If someone raises a hand on you, that is your ticket to just leave. That, God, anyway. Keio North Police Boss Tom McCory told the Daily Nation that detectives have taken the CCTV installation from the home. He said detectives working on the case would also seek to identify the mystery woman. Family members and witnesses are still recording statements, Mr. McCory said. The police boss added that the hunt for Mr. Rotich is on. We are in possession of the CCTV. We have not accessed the footage because of passwords. One man, a taxi driver, is in custody, the police boss said. He added that Rotich's phone signal was last traced to Londiani. We are following crucial leads, including the phone signal and getaway vehicle, he said. The athlete's father, Vincent Tirop, said his daughter was a victim of physical abuse and called for speedy justice. Let it be known that my daughter and Rotich were not married. I have never met his parents or received any dowry. What I know is my child was forced to drop out of school while still in Form 3. The suspect had me and my wife arrested when they eloped, he said. How do you arrest your wife's parents? He said his daughter's relationship with Mr. Rotich was problematic to her and the family. I asked the police to help return her to school but was told she was above 18, he said. The man ensured communication with our daughter was cut off. Any monetary aid to us was through him, though it was rare. He added that Agnes rarely went back home but arrived after the Olympics. She remained at her parents' home for 2 weeks, he said. He said Agnes last visited home on Saturday and spent the night there after inspecting her dairy project. Before leaving home on Sunday, she told me to look for a dairy. When I called to inquire, her phone was off. It was shocking when her sister called informing us of her disappearance, he said. Mr. Tirop described Agnes as a hardworking and selfless daughter. And the story still continues. Let Agnes Tirop remembered for her kindness and generosity. Page 47. You guys, that is so heartbreaking. How do you beat someone the day ametoka Tokyo Olympics? You're supposed to be celebrating some guy. Wow. Let's read page 47. This story, it crushed my heart. Tirop footed many bills, helped training mates. Okay, so that you know what kind of person she was. This is so sad. This is your dad. Yeah. Vincent Tirop, father of the late distance running world champion Agnes Jebet Tirop, accompanied by Agnes's brother Martin. Slightly Agnes' younger sister Evelyn, and family spokesperson Jeremiah and other relatives. So literally this is the family. He's a sister, he's a dad, and there's a spokesperson. Father describes Star as the breadwinner for the family. So Agnes Jebet Tirop personally supported several of her training mates with basic needs. The late distance running champions relatives recollected yesterday. Tirop is believed to have been murdered by her now fugitive husband on Tuesday night at their home in Iten, Elgeyo Marakwet County. The fallen stars pacemakers yesterday gave account of their last moments with Tirop before the former 10-kilometer road race world record holder met her death under mysterious circumstances. Tirop's brother, Martin Kimurkor Tirop, who was also her pacemaker, disclosed that his sister had supported 3 athletes who used to aid her in training sessions. Kimurkor said his sister had urged him to train seriously for 1 week to prepare for the Kisumu 10 km heart run that took place last Sunday. I spoke to my sister a week before that I will be heading to Kisumu for a race, and she gave me her blessings. And I trained hard for the race. After the race on Sunday, she called me asking about the race, which I answered her before she hung up, said Kimurkor. He further said that was the last time they spoke. Kimurkor said Tirop had also asked him to join her team of pacemakers for training. The other pacemakers were Isaac Lelei, Victor Koilel, and Edward Mberia, whose financial needs Tirop used to cater for. Wow. Kimurkor started training with his sister in 2018, and she has been paying his rent and taking care of his basic needs, including buying food for him. My sister was hardworking, and she made sure that we got everything that will make us comfortable during training, including facilities which she would always request for us from the management. We don't know what to do next, said Kimurkor. Her chest. The story continues. Kimurkor, am I just nimetoa hiyo word? Kimurkor also alleged that upon arrival from the Tokyo Olympics last month, Tirop was beaten up by her husband, which prompted her to travel away from her Iten training base to her home in Nandi County to prepare for a road race in Germany. Like, who does? Wacha tuendelee. She subsequently won the 10 km race at the Adizero Road to Records Championships at sportswear giants Adidas headquarters in that word, Germany, in a world record time of 30 minutes and 1 second on September 12. Koilel said he was with Tirop at their rural home in Chesunet village last Saturday and that she left on Sunday morning in a taxi. She said she asked him to meet at 10, and upon arriving that evening, he waited for the training program, which is normally shared via WhatsApp. But it was not shared, and when he tried to call her, her phone was off. He later met Tirop at the Iten training camp, where she was residing since she came back from the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. Yani, you can't even go home. You can't even go home because she was being abused at home. She was packing her bags, preparing to go back home. Her sister Evelyn Chepngetich, who is also her training mate, joined her as they went back to their home. I was really worried when I found Agnes packing, and I asked her where she was going, and she told me that she was going back to their home. That was the last time I saw her, and things moved fast until she was found dead in her house, said Koilel, who started training with her in 2018. Her father, Vincent Tirop, said he has lost a hardworking girl who wanted to see her family doing well. My girl was not only hardworking but also the breadwinner for the family, though she was not in close contact because the alleged husband had created a big wedge between us, said her father. It is so sad. This is the sister. Imagine. Anyway, that's the whole story. That's how that story is progressing. I hope the next story will be they have arrested the suspect who's the husband and justice is served, because that's so sad. Anyway guys, I'll see you in part 3, because clearly this story is it's not over yet. Hiya, bye bye.